This time, I'd like to talk about the long-term outlook for China. Recently, stock prices in Japan and the US have been fluctuating wildly, with increasing volatility. There's a growing sense of tension, as some fear that the previously robust US economy may be slowing down. Meanwhile, China is in serious trouble. The Chinese economy has visibly worsened for some time now, and the Chinese Communist Party is scrambling to fix things. One method they're relying on is boosting domestic demand, as well as expanding trade. But trade depends on having partners, and with China acting arrogantly and applying military pressure on other countries, especially with the pressure from Western nations, it's unlikely that Chinese trade will experience explosive growth. In fact, I think it will shrink. In response, the Chinese government is issuing a large amount of government bonds and planning massive public works projects. This isn't a bad policy when the economy is struggling, many countries do this. But I believe the effectiveness of such measures varies by country. In theory, when the government supplies currency and undertakes public projects, it should boost the economy by increasing the purchasing power of ordinary citizens and stimulating domestic business activity. However, this doesn't work in China. The real estate development boom, driven by credit creation, followed the same logic, yet China's economy remains sluggish. One key reason economic theory doesn't apply well in China is that money supplied by the government doesn't reach the general public. For example, there's a plan to build a massive canal, and while banks pump money into these projects, the executives pocket most of the funds, leaving workers with barely enough to live on. In the end, a small group of ultra-wealthy individuals hoard billions or even trillions of yuan, but they don't consume much more than ordinary citizens. Despite their vast wealth, they don't significantly contribute to domestic consumption. This wealth concentration, where money doesn't circulate among the majority of the population, is the main reason why China's economy isn't improving. As long as the Communist Party controls everything and wealth is concentrated among a select few, even following sound economic policies won't have the desired effect. This structure is why China won't recover anytime soon. Moreover, China is already experiencing a decline in birth rates and aging population issues. This trend is evident in sectors like education, where the number of kindergarten students is dropping, and in the coming years, the number of elementary and secondary school students will also fall, leading to excess capacity in schools. By 2032, the number of university students will begin to decline, putting even more pressure on the education sector. Looking at the bigger picture, China's shrinking and aging population will further drag down the economy, and as discontent grows among the general populace, the Communist Party may struggle to deflect this dissatisfaction by targeting foreign nations like Japan. In the long term, I believe it's unlikely that China's economy will recover, and the country may become more like North Korea, where the majority suffer while a select few prosper.